Gus is going to slow play his queens here and just call.
King 10.
Oh.
Show the camera.
Daniel, sell me 100. Looks like you don't need them so much.
Yeah, because you don't think I ever win a
On
pot?
those red, yeah. And then I'll get it to you the moment you...
All right.
Okay, buddy?
Letting Jason in here with Jack 10.
Eli, you don't win pots either. What are you talking about?
What?
I said you don't win pots either. What are you
Yeah,
talking
you're
about?
right. I need some
You know what I'm going to do.
Daniel, the original raiser, flops top 2 pair.
Oh, there you go. Then you can buy
This
up
cannot
three-
be good for
three
Gus.
and start.
383 is the number, huh? Can't believe you didn't pay him the 187.
Wanna walk over here for 1 second? And I'll say one thing.
Gus has to feel that he probably has the best hand here. Raised to 21,000.
What are you talking to?
I think it's 21, but
I like you right.
Seriously?
Actually, you would like
It messes with your...
Gus is really comfortable right now. Probably thinks Daniel has a pair between 8s and jacks.
Just don't do it to like some random. Like it's gonna be to someone do it to like me or Ella.
He's not comfortable anymore.
You can just lose it back.
He's hoping Daniel doesn't have aces or kings.
I told you the face. After I said something. I told you the serious face would come out.
You'd love to see the ace-jack of spades in Daniel's hand.
all right, I'm all in.
I mean, I don't think.
against
I don't think I can.
No, really? You got a lot of these?
Feel bad.
I just
because of that.
have to. Yeah.
Snake bit Daniel is afraid of 3 deuces.
So I need more than that.
Really?
My games or
Really?
I tried it for like 3 weeks.
Folding this hand would be completely right.
Or not 3 weeks. No, I mean I tried. Sorry.
I
tried
call.
hard, that's what it was.
It sounds like I'm dead.
Big bet over here.
Sounds like I'm dead.
I'll run twice if you
Got it
want.
all mixed up.
I'm such
Yeah,
a
no,
bad.
Dave.
Twice?
Whatever, I'll do 4 times, whatever you want.
I usually do twice. Twice.
Gus wants to do it 4 times, does not want to get shut out in this pot.
Such an idiot.
But they've agreed to run it twice.
These, I mean, that's the only, when you flop top 2 and it comes like that, and the guy moves in, that's the one you're worried about, right?
Or top set.
Yeah, that would be bad too. Less likely.
Well, if you lose it twice, I don't think you should play again in the
Ever.
Game Show Network again. You want? Oh, you almost.
I didn't win one.
Yeah, I forgot.
Probably just
Ellie awarding the pot to Daniel prematurely.
It was a good card though.
Gus could still win with a queen.
I'm so scared. I won one, I can relax. I can't go broke.
Okay, take your money back.
Miracle, Daniel does not get drawn out on. Mr. Hansen needs a 10 deuce or a queen to split this pot.
Okay. I got, here's 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 150.
Daniel, who was stuck
160.
$200,000, is back to even. Phil Hellmuth raises to 2,000 with a Jack 5 of hearts. Anybody need some dry cleaning done? There's a lot of steam coming off Phil Hellmuth right now. Wow, what a flop. Hellmuth has flopped an open-end straight draw and a flush draw. Phil Ivey has a higher flush draw. Ivey bet 6,000. Phil Hellmuth would be totally justified in raising here. Open-end straight and flush draw.
Raise it.
And he's going to raise.
20.
Phil Ivey going over everything that's happened today as it pertains to this hand. I know for sure he's going to call the 20,000. Good chance he might try to put Phil Hellmuth all in right now.
How much more you got?
90.
Phil Hellmuth sound like a little kid. How much money you got today? 90. Want to buy an ice cream? Maybe. How about if we just shoot some craps? Definitely. Ivey's just going to call. Kings on the turn for Ivey. Quick check. Phil Hellmuth only has 80,000 left. There's already 60,000 in the pot. Hellmuth knows Ivey was in the small blind, just called the 2,000, could easily have a hand like 7-8. He could check and see the river, or he can try and move Phil Ivey off his hand right here, go all in.
I'm all in.
He's going all in.
Call.
And Phil Ivey calls.
Hold on a sec. Let's take a look.
Wow. Gee, that's rough shape. 6 wins.
That is
huh?
not the hand Phil Hellmuth was hoping to see. Those are the 6 cards he can win with.
Cooler board. You want to deal it 3 times?
No.
Ivey does not want to deal with 3 times. And no insurance because Phil Hellmuth doesn't have the best hand.
His strength.
Wow, they both make the flush on the river.
Yeah, man.
Looks like Phil Hellmuth is leaving.
Well, the good news, if he checked the turn, he still would lose.
Phil Hellmuth chose to only fire 1 bullet. I don't blame him the way his luck ran today.
And how many strokes to give you? 2 aside?
Phil
No,
Ivey
actually, it
is
was
just
on
going to
like
call with
40
his
meters, most
9s.
of it. Well, actually, then this one hole, I just kept hitting it in the water. He's just sitting there smiling the whole time.
Didn't work out for
This guy
Gus
comes
when he just called with his queens. But Jason attempts a squeeze play here. 22-1.
One that Phil
Going to
Ivey
lose
can
Gus
have
and Ellie.
any meat, chicken, or fish for a year.
For a year. Okay,
Phil Ivy's not going
welcome
anywhere.
To the super, he's going to just take care of his body.
Well, I got a
and
five-
run,
I got
he's
5.
the
I don't wanna
happiest guy in
switch
1 year. It's like it's such a.
I don't want that.
You lost $1 million there. Okay, I would like to take some action. I'll give you.
So I have no
2-1
choice?
For 200,000. Okay, second bet. I'm just kidding. 2-1, 200,000 firm offer. Okay, what's next one?
Ivy just calls.
And then the other one's 2-1 that I win 2 bracelets.
Looks like Gus Hansen is throwing in the towel for the night. Good flop for Phil. No ace, no king, no queen. If Jason didn't have it before, it's unlikely he has it now. Jason does have an inside straight draw. Would make a straight with a 5. And he bets 28-7. Let's see what Phil does here. We know he's not going out.
We do for 4.
I'm up 3 and we're going for 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, shoot. You're up 1,000.
We'll get there eventually.
You got school. Who was going to lose the $4 million?
No,
All of us.
No, he just
All
offered. No one
We offered
accepted.
$3 million.
You offered
Ivy
$2 million.
raises
For who
50,000.
No, we offered like 1.5
Me and Ellie.
million, right?
You and Ellie were going to do $1.5 million each?
Oh, you did?
I don't see any way Jason's calling. Ivy slow playing the 9s is going to make him about $40,000.
I'm sorry.
Many times.
Wow, the worst thing is I didn't even know a hand was
But Jason's not throwing his hand away yet.
So sick. I just got for 1,000.
What's in those?
He's all in.
It's one of his, I don't know.
He continues to tell a good story. I don't see how Phil Ivey can call. If Jason had aces or kings, he'd play it the same way.
You know what? I'm a tight knit.
You have 1,000 left. Run it, Bob.
It's a $107,000 raise.
Although I owe the guy $5.
Looking at the board, Ivy sees no drawer out there. Little glance at Jason. As I said, the story is very convincing. It really looks like Jason, who's played kind of snug. Phil Ivey just said, all right.
Guess you got me here. Guess I already on it.
Phil Ivey said, all right, if you got the overpair, you got me.
Yeah,
And he
call.
calls.
Once or twice.
What a call by Phil Ivey.
Maybe ace high.
One time.
Want to run it twice or once?
I don't want to do it once.
I could answer that question, Jason. One time. You're going to have to catch your 5 of your ace. Great play by Jason. Great call by Phil Ivey.
I'm starting to not feel so bad about putting me 200,000 in with my 2 queens. I'm starting not to feel so bad. I mean, I see the king 10 and the king 3.
Ah, man. Nice hand.
Welcome to the Ivy world, Jason.
I wish I just waited for aces instead of actually doing that.
Well,
You'd have had me convinced, Jason, but I'm not Phil Ivey. And Doyle had the better flush, but he threw his hand away. It would have probably meant going all in for $500,000.
Maybe the jack, but
Yeah, he called.
What
I
happened
called.
here?
I just called.
Well, that steamed me up, boys.
Ace 10 of diamonds for Doyle here. He's going to raise to 11,200.
Hearing that story about how he threw away the best hand
That's how far off I am. I didn't think it was even a possibility he had a flush.
made Doyle put in $10,000 raise. Will Jamie call when it gets back to him with a Jack-7 offsuit? What do you think?
The guy's got a foot out the door, and I got to say, yeah.
Can't miss that family.
Yeah, I can't miss this. This might be my last hand.
There we go.
I'm surprised.
60,000 in the pot.
But again, you're better at
Yeah,
making these calls than I am.
poker community is well aware of that.
Let there be connection.
Flop me something good to go out on. Let me go broke on the last hand.
Ace Jack 4 on the flop.
Well, he has flopped a pair of jacks, but he's surrounded by aces. Aces to the right of him, aces to the left of him. And a better jack in the middle. And Dole's playing his hand real fast.
He bets 40,000 here.
And Sammy did the Lebanese chip dance and then threw his hand away. Now, Guy's got aces. But Guy's got to be aware that Doyle has not raised too much before the flop, but doesn't matter. Guy's called with his ace-5. Guy needs a 5 to take the lead here.
2 of diamonds on the turn.
2 of diamonds is a dangerous card. It gives Guy an inside straight draw, but it gives Doyle the nut flush draw.
Guy checks, and Doyle bets 110,000 here.
That's a pretty strong bet.
Yeah.
I think Guy might have called something like 60, 70,000, 110. Don't think he's going to call.
High raise. 10 minutes ago.
He just said raise. Just when I said he wasn't going to call, he said raise.
But you were right.
I was right. He wasn't going to call.
Wasn't going to call at all.
200,000.
200 more.
Guy is trying to make Doyle throw away
Here this long.
ace, queen, ace, king. And Doyle doesn't look like he's in any mood to throw it away.
No.
I mean, I would be putting Guy on a big hand here. He just called on the flop.
30,500 more.
Guess have to go, eh?
Doyle's going all in for 30,500 more.
Man.
30,000.
He already said call.
Wow.
30.
Man, and we're now looking at the biggest pot in the history of high-stakes poker.
And the whole table is going to be shocked when they see the hands that these two guys have.
What do you got?
Ace 10 on the flush.
Oh, with the diamonds. He's got outs.
You want to show your hand? You want to see mine? Okay, do
You
whatever
can
you
hold
want.
on. You can deal once or twice. That's why he's asking.
No, he
to
doesn't
wait
run
on-
it. He doesn't run it twice.
Ivy's 5.
Oh, whoa.
You did it once or twice, it didn't matter. You say, you.
Huh?
You say.
You can run it more than once. So you're allowed to
Oh, you're
decide.
just not going to run it once.
It's up to you.
No, it's up to you. Believe me, I'm not going to decide that.
You have the advantage there.
The biggest hand
Why he's not- doesn't want to
So-
in the history of
so
high
should
stakes
run it
poker.
twice, right?
Most money in the center of the table
Twice.
on two very mediocre hands.
And they're going to run it twice
What
here.
a call, Doyle.
Buddy, I've sat here all day and hadn't made a pair.
3 or 5.
When you catch.
You got to hand it to Doyle making that call.
Diamonds, you know.
He did have the nut flush draw, but it was a hell of a call. And it was a hell of a play by Guy.
Yeah.
4 also.
4 you'd split it.
There's a queen.
One more.
One for Doyle. Guy needs a 3 or 5 that's not a diamond.
Give us a face card.
Well, 3 will be perfect. Oh.
10 will do it.
Right, a 1-1.
Nice hand.
Nice hand, Doyle.
Good to be patient, Doyle.
When you don't make a pair for 8 hours, you go crazy.
That didn't look like the best hand when he raised you.
I couldn't.
And somewhere in the world, a performance of Cirque du Soleil will be for Doyle's benefit tonight.
He thought he was beat, but
We all have.
Raise it.
And Doyle gets frisky with a raise.
I bet there's one person that probably hasn't.
Everybody has.
Has Phil ever missed the?
This is why I don't play with these players. 7-5 raises, queen's call. How am I supposed to know what they have?
49.
If you
think he hasn't, it means you haven't played the props
Yeah.
play. Yeah, everyone does.
He has slept worse than a big boy, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Every person.
Antonio's in with the suited connectors, and Ruffin comes along.
Take it. We've got one more time.
Yeah.
4 players.
Set of 3s for Mr. Ruffin, and this could be trouble for Vanessa. Antonio with top pair will ignite the match.
Call.
And a quiet call by Phil Ruffin.
Call.
Now, Doyle's got the gut shot, but don't expect him to stay frisky with this hand. And now Vanessa. She's trying to figure out what to do. I've got to believe she thinks she has the best hand right now. So she's going to raise to 63,800. That's more than enough protection for her queens against an ordinary hand or draw. But
Make it 100.
there's an extraordinary hand, and look at that.
That's okay.
Ruffin wants in that hand immediately and plays out a turn. That should be a big signal to Vanessa.
Make it 100.
Makes that easier.
I'm
You're
sorry.
raising 2.
Alarms have to be going off for Vanessa right here.
You got raised.
Viffer, translation, you're beat.
You have a good hand? You have a period?
And Vanessa starts to talk.
I haven't looked yet, so I'll let you know.
She's fishing for information
Raised it to
that Ruffin just gave her with that raise.
But do you like your hand?
It's okay.
It's okay.
Mm.
But not super amazing. God, I didn't expect that. I have to say, I didn't expect that.
What could she be thinking? Tens or jacks, the only hand she's a big favorite against.
All right, I'm all in.
Call.
Snap call. And she knows she's dead now.
Yep. Nice hand.
Vanessa looks like she's in shock.
Do you want to run it more than once or?
No.
No?
He might not know what running it twice means, but he knows if Vanessa asks, it's a bad idea.
Nice hand.
I would call that a super amazing hand, actually.
Good time for it, huh?
What was I doing in that pot?
A club. Yeah.
And Vanessa looks like the dejected amateur, and Ruffin looks like the
broke the world.
calm pro in this one.
That was you?
2 outs.
9-10 of diamond.
And High Stakes Poker Season 7 has officially started with a pot of $475,000.
Nice hand, sir.
Okay.
Played it well.
Oh, you made it straight.
And Boneta limps in with King Queen suited.
60 now.
Lock limps in.
Call.
Sneaky, sneaky. That brings Galfon in. And Daniel's thinking about punishing the limpers. See how that works for you, Daniel.
Option raises 9,100 total.
Chen says that's what I wanted to see. And it gets better.
Enter the cherry bomber.
Call. No, I feel like I have to. I don't want to.
Thank you, fellas, for your participation. I will take it right here.
30,100 total.
Daniel saying, why did I raise? I could have knuckled and seen a flop with 10-9 suited. Could he be making a move? No, not Mr. Chan.
Feel that. That's funny.
Lock. Thought the insanity was over.
All right. I call.
Daniel wishing he was still in it.
Daniel, you up a little bit, you go lockdown.
This hand's four-way. It's
Actually,
Johnny
you go up a
Chan,
little bit, you go lockdown.
Rolex,
No.
the Unabomber, and the cherry bomber. So you're fighting two guys down here.
When two players call a big re-raise, you want to see a flop like that. Unless the set is out there, the aces are in great shape.
First to act, that's 45,000 total.
Come on.
Boneta acting like he has a plane to catch.
I call.
Call.
Wow. Once, twice.
Up to you.
Twice.
Twice. Okay.
Good read.
Twice. Straight jar or something?
No.
What you have?
King high.
Yeah, king high, two aces.
Yeah, that's probably gonna win.
Okay, twice.
A near epic meltdown by Erik Boneta. Johnny Chan's back raise pre-flop, completely confounding him.
Trying to represent a set there, I guess it didn't work. No good hand balance. I guess you got me coverage on it.
Want to get away?
Checks the line.
You want to do it 3 times?
That's fine.
3 times.
Well, they're going to run it 3 times.
I hope to. I
Pick
can't
up a
win
draw.
one. I put you in spades. I don't even have anything. I'm
3 or a
here.
4. No, that's bad.
First one to Johnny.
That one's over, so I know.
Okay, you didn't waste one. It's always good not to waste.
Uh-oh.
There's a queen. Little life for Rolex. He's still ticking.
Just a tease.
Needs a king or a queen. Nope.
Una más.
2 aces.
3-4 to make it interesting.
One last chance.
All right, 2 across a diamond.
Oh,
And again, he has hope.
Where's the kings in this deck? Anyone fold any kings?
I don't want to hear it.
Sorry.
Johnny Chen wins a $516,000 pot.
100,000. Good chips.
And don't ask me how.